My name is Andrew Woodland, and I'll be talking to you about the history of the bonsai tree. Bonsai is a Japanese art from using miniature trees grown in containers. Similar practices exist in other cultures, including the Chinese tradition of penjing. The Japanese tradition dates back over 1,000 years and has its own aesthetics and terminology. Bonsai is a Japanese pronunciation of the earlier Chinese term penzai. A bon is a tray-like pot typically used in bonsai culture. The word bonsai is often used in English as an umbrella term for all miniature trees in containers or pots. The purpose of bonsai are primarily for the viewer and pleasant exercise of effort and ingenuity for the person growing the bonsai. By contrast with other plant cultivation practices, bonsai is not intended for production of food, for medicine, or for creating yard-size or park-size gardens or landscapes. Instead, bonsai practices focuses on long-term cultivation and shaping of one or more small trees growing in a container. A bonsai is created beginning with a specimen of source material. This may be a cutting, seedling, or small tree of a species suitable for bonsai development. Bonsai can be created from nearly any perennial woody stem tree, such as a juniper, or shrub species that produces tree branches and can be cultivated to remain small through pot confinement with crown and root pruning. Some species are popular as bonsai material because they have characteristics such as small leaves or needles that make them appropriate for the compact visual scope of the bonsai sculpture. The source specimen is shaped to be relatively small and to meet the aesthetic standards of the bonsai tree. When the candidate bonsai nears its planned final size, it is planted in a display pot, usually one designed for bonsai display. Throughout the years, the bonsai is shaped to limit growth, redistribute foliar vigor, which really means to maintain its green leaves, to areas requiring further development and meet the artist's detailed design. The practice of bonsai is sometimes confused with dwarfing, but dwarfing generally refers to research, discovery, or creation of plant cultivars that are permanent genetic miniatures of existing species. Bonsai does not require genetically dwarfed trees, but rather depends on growing small trees from regular stock and seeds. Bonsai uses cultivation techniques like pruning, root reduction, potting, defoliation, and grafting to produce small trees that mimic the shape and style of mature full-size trees. Bonsai cultivation and care requires techniques and tools that are specialized to support the growth and long-term maintenance of trees in small containers. Some cultivation techniques are leaf trimmings, the selective removal of leaves from most varieties of deciduous tree or coniferous tree or needle trees from a bonsai trunk and branches, pruning the trunk, branches, and roots of the candidate tree. Wiring branches and trunks allows the bonsai designer to create the desired general form and make detailed branches and leaf placements. Clamping uses mechanical devices for shaping trunks and branches. Grafting new growing material, typically a bud, a branch, or a root, into a prepared area on the trunk or under the bark of the tree. Defoliation, which can provide short-term dwarfing of foliage for certain deciduous trees. Deadwood bonsai techniques called Jin and Sherry simulate age and maturity in a bonsai. The care for bonsai is as follows: watering, repotting, soil composition, and fertilization, and location and overwintering. I hope you guys enjoyed this history of the bonsai tree and how to take care of it. And have a good night. Thank you.